Morning, everyone. So today, classes were called off, suspended here in Metro Manila. So I'm here at De La Salle University. I'm here at this is the outside premises of the library. This is fronting St. Joseph Hall. And I'm here because offices are closed, so including the library, because there are no classes. So I think this is my second time to vlog in this area with the same attire brought about by the class suspension. And so let me just make the book review. This is actually a short story written by Jeffrey Archer. I've read, I think, 5, 6 short stories of Jeffrey Archer. So again, his trademark, this short story titled Checkmate, is one of those. There's a one-liner introduction, in that captures the attention of the reader. As she entered the room, every eye turned towards her. Every eye turns toward her. Then towards the succeeding paragraph, second, third paragraph, it's more of the description of who the woman was. So her attire, sexy attire, black high-heeled velvet shoes and tight-fitting black dress. So that's the attire of the woman. And then her image is that sexy, mysterious woman who would be coming in a club. It's a club where there is a competition of chess, master players of chess. And so this is written in a first person point of view. So the one narrating is actually like situating the reader like we are in the club. And so while we're reading, it's as if we are all in the club, seeing this woman coming in. And so for men who would be observing woman coming in, I think we cannot really remove the fact that men would have this tendency to look at the flesh, and I think that's the weakness of and so that's the weakness of a man, right? So whenever someone would come in, especially a woman, the tendency is for men to look, to stare. And so that's exactly the scenario that we see here in this scene. So coming in, and then eventually, uh, as a plot develops, she played the chess, then she won, and then the narrator also played the game with the track record. But then he was more into the woman's this uh, attractiveness with the physical aspect, and then I think secondary would be her intelligence in playing chess. But again, eventually, these two these two characteristics would somehow come into play of what is really the narrator's purpose in trying to get to know that woman. Is it physical traits, or is it the intellect, no, in playing the the game of chess? So eventually, the narrator invited her over uh, his his place, his house, and that is where the suspense would come in. So the reader would ask, "So what will happen?" You might predict that something sexual might happen. You know, this short story has a very simple plot. You just have to follow in the end who would outwit who, right? So who is one step ahead of the other? Is it the woman or the man? So Amanda, being, I think, very intelligent, might have this edge. Eh. You know why? She doesn't only have her intellect, but she also possesses her physical traits. You know, her sexiness and all. And I think because of that sexy traits, no, uh, I think they played 3 rounds, 4 rounds, and then the suspense would come in every time she wins wins or loses. She would remove a part of her dress, no, until she becomes really that sexy. So in other words, she would use her flesh to somehow distract the guy. And eventually, guess who won? Eventually, when they played, there was a pot money already in dollars. No? And eventually, the narrator lose big time, right? So now, reading this short story, men would be willing to risk his finances. No, he lost thousands of dollars to that woman because of curiosity. There's a saying, curiosity kills the cat. I'm not just sure in the beginning if he was fascinated by her ability to play the chess, or was he fascinated by the attractiveness of her body, the sexiness and all. Then I think it was both, because he was also a player. He has also the track record, but I think he risked it, and he thought that he would be able to get uh, the woman into liking him, and eventually, being able to control the woman. So, in other words, in the end, in the end, it was the woman, no? The woman who was supposed to be ahead, one step ahead, or one move ahead, as against the men. So you might ask me, so do you mean to say that chess is a game of decision making? I think chess is a game of decision making, and that in this short story, you can see that the woman has good decision making skills, and that I think, times we would compare men with women in terms of decision making, and so at times men fails, no, commits failure because of too much focus on the sexiness of a woman. So at times men would forget that there would be risk, there would be danger if you would just focus much on the physical aspect of the person. Maybe the men underestimated the woman. That's the usual case, eh. In history, in any aspect, no, men would always underestimate the woman's capabilities. And so, in short, uh, who is more intelligent, who is more good in decision making, who outwits men? I think it's a woman. In fact, they say that behind the men's success is a woman, right? So be careful. So let us not underestimate the power of a woman, especially in thinking, decision making. Right. So thank you. So see you all. So just wanna show to you the view of this is the right. Okay. Bye. See you later.